హాయ్ గైస్ టుడే సెషన్ ఏంటంటే సింపుల్గా ఫ్లటర్ అనేది తెలుసు. నేను యాక్చువల్గా థియరీ చెప్పను, యాక్చువల్గా ప్రాక్టికల్గా చేద్దాం. లైక్ ఫ్లటర్ అనేది ఒక ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ ఫర్ బిల్డింగ్ మల్టిపుల్ అప్లికేషన్స్ కాదు, సింగిల్ అప్లికేషన్ ఫర్ ది మల్టిపుల్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్, అంటే మల్టీ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ లాంటిది. సో దీనికి ఆల్టర్నేటివ్గా రియాక్ట్ నేటివ్ ఉన్నాయి, శామరిన్ ఉంది, సో చాలా ఉన్నాయి. సో బట్ ఫ్లటర్ ఎందుకంటే లైక్ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అనమాట. లైక్ రియాక్ట్ నేటివ్తో పోల్చుకున్నా సరే, దేంతో మనకి షామరిన్తో పోల్చుకున్నా సరే, సో పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కొంచెం బెటర్. సో అండ్ ఇది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుందంటే, సింపుల్గా మనకి ఏదైతే మనం అంటే డ్రా చేస్తున్నాం, అంటే ఏదైతే మనం కంటెంట్ని రెండర్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నామో అది యాక్చువల్గా పెయింట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. లైక్ ద పిక్సెల్ టు పిక్సెల్ విల్ బి పెయింటెడ్ ఆన్ ది స్క్రీన్. సో దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే లైక్ మీకు పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చాలా బాగుంటుంది. సో మనం థియరీ తక్కువ చూసుకుందాం, లైక్ ప్రాక్టికల్గా చేద్దాం. సో మనకి బేసిక్ విజెట్స్ వచ్చేసరికి ఫ్లటర్లో ఏంటంటే చాలా కొన్ని ఉంటాయి, లైక్ కంటైనర్స్ అని. సో యాక్చువల్గా మనం ఆన్లైన్ డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ చూద్దాం. విజెట్స్. సో ఇప్పుడు మన అప్లికేషన్ బిల్డ్ చేయడానికి ఏవైతే బేసిక్ ఉంటాయో అవి చూస్తే చాలు మనకి, అంటే బేసిక్ విజెట్స్. అసలు విజెట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, మీకు ఆల్రెడీ రియాక్ట్ నేటివ్ ఆర్ రియాక్ట్ ఐడియా ఉండుంటే మీరు ప్రతిదాన్ని కూడా ఒక కాంపోనెంట్ అంటాం కదా. సింపుల్గా కాంపోనెంట్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఒక రీయూజబుల్ సమ్ బ్లాక్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్, అంటే దట్ హ్యావ్ సమ్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ. అంటే ఒక ఫంక్షనాలిటీని దాన్ని అచీవ్ చేయడం కోసం అది మనం తయారు చేస్తుంటాం. సో అలానే మనకి ఏవైతే మనకి రియాక్ట్ నేటివ్లో కానీ రియాక్ట్లో కానీ, రియాక్ట్ నేటివ్ అయితే టెక్స్ట్ ఉంటుంది, వ్యూ ఉంటుంది కదా. రియాక్ట్లో అయితే మనకి నార్మల్గా హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, పీ ట్యాగ్స్, పారాగ్రాఫ్ ట్యాగ్స్ అని కానీ, లేకపోతే ఏ ట్యాగ్స్, యాంకర్ ట్యాగ్స్ ఉండవు, లింక్స్ వాడతారు. ఎందుకంటే రియాక్ట్ బ్రౌజర్ రౌటర్స్ వాడేటప్పుడు లింక్స్ వాడతారు. సో అండ్ డివ్ ట్యాగ్స్ కానీ, సో ఆల్ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ ట్యాగ్స్ అన్నీ ఉంటాయి. సో ఆ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ ట్యాగ్స్ మనం సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ట్రిక్స్ వాడేసి, లైక్ ట్రిక్స్ అంటే సింపుల్గా బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది రిక్వైర్మెంట్ వాడేసి మనం కాంపోనెంట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. అసలు కాంపోనెంట్ ఎందుకు క్రియేట్ చేస్తామంటే, సో ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ లేదా ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఏదైతే ఒక రిప్రజెంటేషన్ ఉంటుందో ఆ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ని మనం సింపుల్గా చిన్న చిన్న కోడ్స్లో, రియూజబుల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్లో, అంటే వీ కెన్ రియూజ్ దెమ్ ఎంటైర్ వెబ్సైట్ అనమాట. అంటే ఆ కాంపోనెంట్ ఇంకెక్కడైనా వాడాలనుకుంటే వీ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు రీరైట్ ద ఎంటైర్ కోడ్. సో వీ కెన్ సింప్లీ రియూజ్ దట్ కాంపోనెంట్. అంటే కాంపోనెంట్ అంటే జస్ట్ ఒక పర్టికులర్ పీస్ ఆఫ్ ఫీచర్, పీస్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూని మనం ఏదైతే క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి వాడతామో దాన్ని కాంపోనెంట్ అంటాం. సో ఇక్కడ అలానే విడ్జెట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో విడ్జెట్స్ ఆర్ సింప్లీ ఆర్ రియూజబుల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ లాంటివి. సో ఇందులో ఏంటంటే మనకి ఫస్ట్ విడ్జెట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఇట్స్ లైక్ కాంపోనెంట్, సింప్లీ కాంపోనెంట్. సో ఇట్ హ్యావ్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ, అంటే ఒక కాంపోనెంట్కి ఏదైతే ఫంక్షనాలిటీ మనం క్రియేట్ చేస్తే, అంటే ఒక పర్టికులర్ కాంపోనెంట్ని ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీని అచీవ్ చేయడానికి ఎలాగైతే క్రియేట్ చేస్తామో, ఇక్కడ కూడా మనకి ఇన్బుల్డ్గా విడ్జెట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో అంటే ఏ ట్యాగ్స్, పీ ట్యాగ్స్ ఉండవు, లైక్ ఇన్బుల్డ్గా మనం విజెట్స్ అంటాం. సో ఆల్ దీస్ విజెట్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్హెరిటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది సమ్ అదర్ క్లాసెస్. సో అది మనకి ఇప్పుడు అవసరం లేదు. సో మనకు తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే ప్రతిదానికి కూడా పేరెంట్, సూపర్ పేరెంట్ ఏముంటుంది, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనే క్లాస్ సూపర్ పేరెంట్ ఉంటుంది. అది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్లో. సో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి అంటే నార్మల్ తెలుసుకోవాల్సింది, మనం ఏదైతే యూఐని బిల్డ్ చేస్తున్నామో, యూఐని బిల్డ్ చేయడానికి కావాల్సిన ఏవైతే కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఉంటాయో అవన్నీ కూడా సమ్ విడ్జెట్స్ అనమాట. అదొకటి గుర్తుంచుకోండి. సో మనం ఎప్పుడైనా సరే బేసిక్ ఇవన్నమాట. సో అఫీషియల్ డాక్యుమెంటేషన్లో ఇక్కడ మనకి వస్తే మనకి విడ్జెట్ క్యాటలాగ్ అనే ఒక ఆప్షన్ స్లైడ్ ఉంది కదా, ఒక ట్యాబ్ ఉంది కదా. ఆ ట్యాబ్లో మనకి ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ బేసిక్ అనమాట. ఈ బేసిక్ వస్తే మనం లైక్ వీ కెన్ బిల్డ్ సంథింగ్. సో ఫస్ట్ సార్ యాప్ బార్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, మనకి ఏదైతే ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ స్పేస్ ఉంటుందో, లైక్ పైన ఉంటుంది కదా మనకి అప్లికేషన్లో టాప్ పార్ట్ ఉంటుంది కదా. సో అది యాప్ బార్ అంటాం, ఇక్కడ మీరు చూడొచ్చు. అలానే కాలం ఉంది కాబట్టి దీనికి అలాగే రో ఉంటుంది. సో బేసిక్గా మనం తెలుసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఒక మన స్క్రీన్ అనుకుంటే, మొబైల్ స్క్రీన్ అనుకుంటే, యాప్ బార్ విల్ బి ఆన్ ద టాప్ అనమాట. సో మనకి ఇక్కడ ఏముంటుంది, యాప్ బార్ ఉంటుంది. సో యాప్ బార్ విల్ బి ఆన్ ద టాప్, యాప్ బార్. సో యాప్ బార్ తర్వాత వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటండి, ఈ తర్వాత వచ్చింది మొత్తం అంటే రిమైనింగ్ స్పేస్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇట్ విల్ బి ఇట్ విల్ బి అవర్ బాడీ, అంటే ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ బాడీ. సో ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫీచర్ అనుకోవచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ అనుకోవచ్చు. సో అది ఫ్లటర్ ఏం ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుందంటే, ఫస్ట్ మనకి వీ కెన్ డిక్లేర్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఆన్ ఎనీవేర్, లైక్ వీఆర్ పెయింటింగ్ కదా, లైక్ మనం ఏదైతే ఫీచర్ని అచీవ్ చేయాలనుకున్నామో అవి ఇన్బిల్డ్గా ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన విజెట్స్తో మనం దాన్ని అచీవ్ చేయొచ్చు. సో, అలా అచీవ్ చేయాలంటే మనం సింపుల్‌గా ఏం చేస్తాం? మనకి ఏవైతే డిఫాల్ట్ విడ్జెట్స్ ఉన్నాయో వాటిని లైక్ మన రియాక్ట్‌లో ఎలాగైతే ఇచ్చిన ఏ ట్యాగ్స్, పీ ట్యాగ్స్‌ని వాడుకొని సమ్ ట్రిక్స్ వాడేసి లేకపోతే సమ్ కోడింగ్ చేసి మనకు కావాల్సిన ఫీచర్‌ని అచీవ్ చేస్తాం. ఇట్లాగే ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఇన్‌బిల్ట్ యూఐ విడ్జెట్స్‌ని వాడుకొని మనం ఒక కస్టమ్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో, మీకిక్కడికొచ్చేస్తే కనుక ఏంటంటే లిమిటెడ్ ఉండవు. విడ్జెట్స్ చాలా ఉంటాయి. లైక్ అరౌండ్ 300 ఎన్నో విడ్జెట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో, వి డోంట్ యూజ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. సో, కానీ అవున్నాయని ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అయ్యున్నాయని మనం తెలుసుకుంటే బెటర్. సో, ఎందుకంటే లైక్ వెనెవర్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఎనీ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఫీచర్, ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ విడ్జెట్ విచ్ మే హెల్ప్ యూ టు డూ యూఐ ఫాస్టర్. అర్థమైందనుకుంటా. మనం ఏదైతే యూఐని డెవలప్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నామో, ఆ యూఐకి బిల్డ్ చేయడానికి కావాల్సిన కాంపోనెంట్స్ అంటే విడ్జెట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ ప్రీ బిల్డ్ అయ్యి ఉన్నాయి. సో, దేర్ ఈస్ నో నీడ్ ఐ మీన్ అసలు అవసరం ఏంటి? స్క్రాచ్ నుండి బిల్డ్ చేయడం. సో, ఫ్లటర్ ఈస్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ కాంపోనెంట్ టైప్ విడ్జెట్స్ ఇన్‌బిల్ట్ బట్ వి డోంట్ నో జస్ట్ దే ఆర్ ప్రెజెంట్. సో, మనం ఏం చేయొచ్చంటే సింపుల్‌గా before going to into deep diving of the flutter, just do learn the basic things like what kind of features are present there. Though no need to remember all these things, but just know some basic like most rarely not rarely used, most commonly used things will have to be remembered. అంటే మనం మోస్ట్ కామన్గా వాడే వాటిని రిమెంబర్ చేసుకుంటే చాలా బెటర్. ఎందుకంటే లైక్ మనకి మళ్ళీ ప్రతిసారి డాక్యుమెంటేషన్‌కి వెళ్ళే టైం ఉండదు. సో, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే రేర్‌గా వాడతామో వాటిని చూస్తాం. సో, దీస్ ఆర్ ద యాప్ బార్స్. ఇప్పుడు చూస్తే మీరు యాక్చువల్‌గా ఇదంతా స్పేసింగ్ మొత్తం తీసుకుంటే, సో, ఈ స్పేస్‌ని మొత్తాన్ని మనం లోపల ఉన్న స్పేసింగ్ మొత్తాన్ని కూడా మనం ఏమంటామంటే పైన దాని యాప్ బార్, కింద బాడీ ద ఎంటైర్ థింగ్. సో, ఇది చూసారా? లైక్ ఇప్పుడు మనం చూస్తే ఇది ఏమవుతుంది? బాడీ అవుతుంది కదా! ఇట్ ఈస్ బాడీ షిట్. దిస్ బాడీ. సో, ఈ బాడీ అంటే యాక్చువల్‌గా ఇది ఔటర్ కంటైనర్ అని చెప్తున్నా. బాడీ. సో, ఈ బాడీ తర్వాత ఏంటంటే మనకి టాప్ అంటే ద బేసిక్ యూఐ గివెన్ బై ది ఫ్లటర్ ఇది స్కాఫోల్డ్ ఫర్ ది ఆండ్రాయిడ్ డివైసెస్ అండ్ క్యూపర్టినో ఫర్ ఐఓఎస్ డివైసెస్ లైక్ డిజైన్ సిస్టమ్స్ అనమాట. క్యూపర్టినో అనేది డిజైన్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది మనకి ఏదైతే ఉందో అది మెటీరియల్ డిజైన్ అంటాం కదా! మెటీరియల్ డిజైన్ అనేది మనకి డిఫాల్ట్‌గా అంటే మనకి ఆండ్రాయిడ్‌కి అండ్ క్యూబర్టినో డిజైన్ వచ్చేసరికి మనకి ఐఓఎస్‌కి వాడతాం. సో, ఇది మనకి బాడీ పైన యాప్ బార్ కింద బాడీ. లైక్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది టాప్ మోస్ట్ కంటైనర్ దెన్? అంటే టాప్ మోస్ట్ కంటైనర్ ఏంటి? కదా! సో, ద బాడీ అండ్ యాప్ బార్ విల్ ఇన్‌హెరిట్ సమ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్. ఇట్ మే బి స్టైలింగ్ ఆర్ ఇట్ మే బి సమ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు దట్ పర్టిక్యులర్ యూఐ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ అంటే అది ఏవైతే పర్టిక్యులర్ యూఐని ఇన్‌హెరిట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాయో there must be a parent to inherit kada. So there is a parent from which these things will inherit some properties, that is scaffold. That is scaffold. Okay. So we know ఇప్పుడు ఏం తెలిసింది లైక్ మన స్కాఫోల్డ్ లోపల యాప్ బార్ ఉంటుంది, బాడీ ఉంటుంది. సో మనం ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేసి సింపుల్గా లైక్ లైక్ స్ట్రక్చర్. I think it is visible like the right, right. Yeah, I think in tutorial class we can see the diagram. Like it's top level application. Like at the top level root application and tarot chodam. Like we have the topmost. Next topmost is material app. Then we have our home page. This home page is in a custom widget which contains another widget called scaffold. అదేంటంటే మెటీరియల్ యాప్ అనేది ఒక విజెట్, హోమ్ పేజ్ అనేది విజెట్ అండ్ స్కాఫోల్డ్ ఇస్ అన్ విజెట్ and material app contains the child as my home page and my home page contains child as child as scaffold and scaffold contains multiple children, that is one is app and another one is center, like it is a body property. Take a spell mistake bobby and russell. So if you want to know something related to that, my app is a widget. Okay, it's build the using sorry, it's build using the flutter native widget. సో మై యాప్ అనేది ఒక విజిట్ అంట. అది దేని ద్వారా బిల్డ్ చేశారంటే ఫ్లటర్ లో నేటివ్ గా ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన విజిట్ తో బిల్డ్ చేశారంట. ఓకే. అండ్ మెటీరియల్ యాప్ హ్యాస్ ఎ ప్రాపర్టీ కాల్డ్ హోమ్ ప్రాపర్టీ విచ్ స్పెసిఫై ది యూజర్ విచ్ స్పెసిఫై ద యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ ది హోమ్ పేజ్. అంటే మెటీరియల్ యాప్ అనేది ఒక విజిట్ విచ్ కంటైన్స్ సమ్ ప్రాపర్టీ, అంటే ఇట్ విల్ యాక్సెప్ట్ లైక్ మనకి ఏదైతే ఫంక్షన్లో ఏవైతే పారామీటర్స్ ఇస్తామో అలా దీన్ని కూడా ఒక పారామీటర్ తీసుకుంటుంది. ఇట్స్ కాల్ ఆ పారామీటర్ నేమ్, లైక్ నేమ్డ్ పారామీటర్ ఉంటాం. నేమ్డ్ పారామీటర్ ఏంటి? హోమ్. ఓకే, we have to pass some widget to the home in order to render things on the screen, which again created using widget. చూసారా? అండ్ మెటీరియల్ యాప్ కూడా ఒక విజిట్ ఏనంట. అండ్ హోమ్ పేజ్ ఈజ్ బిల్డ్ యూజింగ్ అనదర్ ఫ్లటర్ నేటివ్ విజిట్. అంటే మై హోమ్ పేజ్ అనేది ఒక విజిట్, దాన్ని దేంతో బిల్డ్ చేశారంటే ఫ్లటర్ నేటివ్ గా ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన ఇంకో విజిట్ తో బిల్డ్ చేశారు. సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం కంక్లూడ్ చేయొచ్చు అంటే దోస్ విజిట్స్, అంటే ఏవైతే విజిట్స్ మనం క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నామో ఆల్ దోస్ ఆర్ క్రియేటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది నేటివ్ విజిట్స్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, సో విజిట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది డిఫాల్ట్ component like thing which is provided by the flutter. Scaffold has two properties. Okay, scaffold has two properties, and one is body, another one is app bar. App bar will accept a widget. Body is also accept a widget, but we have to uh, blindly not follow the blindly not give the every widget to acceptors. Like everything is widget right here, but we can't give some specific type of widgets to some యాక్సెప్టర్స్. లైక్ కొన్ని వాటికి అవి విజెట్స్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తాయి, కానీ విజెట్స్ లో టైప్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో హియర్ ద యాప్ బార్ ఈజ్ ఎన్ ప్రిఫర్డ్ సైజ్ విజెట్. ఇంటర్నల్లీ ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ ప్రిఫర్డ్ సైజ్ విజెట్. అంటే యాప్ బార్ అనేది ప్రిఫర్డ్ సైజ్ విజెట్ నుండి ఇన్హెరిట్ అవుతుంది, ఇన్హెరిట్ అయ్యి ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అవుతుంది. ఆ ప్రిఫర్డ్ సైజ్ విజెట్ మాత్రమే యాప్ బార్ లో, ఐ మీన్ స్కాఫోల్డ్ లో యాప్ బార్ కింద ఇవ్వచ్చు. బాడీలో మాత్రం మనం ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ విజెట్స్ కెన్ బి గివెన్. ఓకే, another one is body used to specify the main user interface, and something header UI. All these things will be discussed later. So this is the basic thing. Okay, ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటా. సో ఇది స్కాఫోల్డ్, అండ్ దిస్ వన్ థింగ్ విచ్ ఈస్ ప్రెజెంట్ ఆల్ పేరెంట్, అంటే వీటన్నిటికీ పేరెంట్ గా ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ మెటీరియల్ యాప్. ఓకే, okay, I think we got clarified. But which content will be visible to us? The content which is written inside a scaffold will be visible to us. Then I have a doubt, like the app bar, like body has a widget, right? I can give some kind of widget which can accept multiple children. అంటే బాడీలో మనం మల్టిపుల్ చిల్డ్రన్స్ ని ప్లేస్ చేయొచ్చు కదా. సో బాడీ అనుకుంటే ఐ కెన్ ప్లేస్ మల్టిపుల్ చిల్డ్రన్ హియర్ కదా, మల్టిపుల్ చిల్డ్రన్స్ హియర్. అయితే ఇప్పుడు వాట్ అంటే బాడీ కూడా విజెట్స్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుంది కదా. సో కెన్ ఐ గివ్ ద స్కాఫోల్డ్ విజిట్ యాజ్ ఎ బాడీ విజిట్? అంటే బాడీ విజిట్ లోపల మరొక స్కాఫోల్డ్ విజిట్, లైక్ ఈ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ ని మళ్ళీ నేను రీడిక్లేర్ చేసి బాడీలో చిల్డ్రన్ గాని ఇవ్వచ్చు. యస్, యూ కెన్ గివ్, బట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ ద బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ టు గివ్ దట్. లైక్ వీఆర్ స్పెసిఫైయింగ్ సమ్ డిజైన్ రూల్స్, రైట్? సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పెయింటింగ్ థింగ్స్ which no need, I mean, which contains the specific like app bars, and like scaffold should will have the thing called app bar. Like we will discuss it later, but just uh, think like normal person. Like we body will accept widgets, we will render only contents inside the body, but we don't render the entire app, multiple app bars in our I mean in our body. లైక్ మన మొబైల్ స్క్రీన్ లో ఒకటే పైన టాప్ బార్ ఉంటుంది, కానీ మల్టిపుల్ టాప్ బార్స్ ని మేము డిక్లేర్ చేయాలనుకోం కదా. సో లైక్ ఈ పైన న్యాబ్ బార్ ఉంది, ఈ న్యాబ్ బార్ ని న్యాబ్ బార్ బాడీలో పెట్టరు కదా. సో ఫర్ ది లైక్ కన్వెన్షన్స్, for better experience, we don't give like that, but we can give. And there will be some layout issues will occur whenever you try to do like giving scaffold as a child. Okay, we will discuss this later, but this is the basic concept. Okay, all you guys, I think you guys understand this. We have the column, we have the container, elevated button. Like container is nothing but uh, like this thing. It is a container, it has some width and some height, right? And it has some property called border radius, and it has a property called border which has the color of black, right? And it can give a text here, I can give a text here, right? అంటే లైక్ మన కంటైనర్ కి ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఉంటాయి. అందులో నేను చిల్డ్రన్ ఉంటుంది ఒక చిల్డ్రన్. దాంట్లో మనం టెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ ఎ విజిట్ ఆల్సో. అంటే టెక్స్ట్ అనేది ఒక విజిట్. టెక్స్ట్ అనేది ఒక విజిట్. సో దట్ పేరెంట్ విజిట్ కంటైనర్ విల్ యాక్సెప్ట్ ఎ విజిట్ కాల్డ్ విజిట్ యాజ్ ఎ చిల్డ్రన్. Okay. I so the, where I have given the text as children to that container. Okay, this is container. Okay, I think we are going somewhat deeper. Some we have properties we will discuss it later, like container and column. Column is nothing but we have something like this. A column can contain multiple children, right? We can have multiple children, right? Like here, like this. And we have another one called row, which will be like this. It have also multiple childrens, right? Like this we can have this is column, this is row, and we have elevated buttons. Like button is nothing but simply it's like this, right? It has some children also. Button will have children where we can place a text, or we can place another widget inside it, right? If I want a button with icon, what can I do now? So I know that a button will look like this and it will accept a children. So I will give row as a children, and I will give some icon. Here is an icon, and I will give text. Click me. So like this way we will build the widgets. Like we are the nesting the widgets inside widgets to achieve the layouts, right? We are getting the point. Like here what we are doing is we are building some layouts using the pre-existing widgets. Now you know that it's looking like some kind of what we say that UX, right? User experience, how the layouts will be, right? So this way we will build the things. This is the cortical. This is how we achieve buttons, custom buttons, and we have logo, icons, images, and placeholders. Placeholders are nothing but the empty space. Like I want to in future I want to add some more content there, but current I want to leave that space empty. So what I will do is simply just this type of container will be placed there, so that it will indicate that it is a placeholder for some other content which will be added in future. Another one, scaffold, we have already discussed it. Because of the basic material design visual layer structure, this class provides API for the showing drawers, snack bars, and bottom sheets. Like scaffold is a basic material design visual layout. Okay, is nothing but the material design properties. The scaffold will contain the material design properties. What are material design properties? Those are design principles or design guidelines which are set by the Google for Androids. So thus those all properties will be present within the scaffold. So whenever we mentioning anything as a children to the scaffold, those properties like material design properties which are present in the scaffold will be inherited automatically. Yeah, right. This is an API, and it has some functionalities like drawers. Drawers are nothing but here we will get this is the drawer, right? If we what we say, if we reduce the screen size, we will get the drawer like this, right? and and snack bars are nothing but the messages. Like whenever we like some whenever we do some kind of actions like liking a picture, we will get the bottom thing. Like here we bottom thing, we will get the bottom thing that says that your request is processing or loading the content, right? And another one is text widget, which is simply used to place the text inside our view. Okay, right? Not view line. I mean here view means presentation. These are the basic things you have to know before going to the deep diving into the flutter. So now we will build things. I think there is no need of for learning dot right now, because while we are coding we will discuss it. We will discuss or learn more. Basically what we will do is we will do a music player app right now. So you will get the better understanding of how to handle APIs how to use widgets, how to nest the widgets to make the layouts, right? Yeah. Here is the API, songs API. It will be provided to you uh, in the link group link, right? uh, Whenever I what we say request this URL, I will get what kind of response? This kind of response. Oh, yo, it's too complicated, right? But not. Actually, we can create classes. So, in while we are handling responses inside the Flutter, we will declare the classes, which will be, we will declare the classes where the response will be converted, the response which is coming from the URL while fetching data. So, while fetching the URL from our mobile application, we will get the response as this, right? But it's not for somewhat what it was like it's not somewhat understandable or accessible, right? It's not accessible, right? Because it has so many nestings. We have so many content like nesting, like nested contents. Like if we see here, if we have first like statuses, then we have to go to the data. In data, we have to go to the results. In results, we have to access the every single element. In every single element, if we have to access the image, we have to go to the image, and we have to destructure the array. Then we have to destructure the this JSON, and then only we will get the quality, right? But simply what we can do is we know that by hitting this link, we will get this kind of response. So if I do it from scratch, it will take some time, which will be waste of time because we have less time. It's yeah, waste of time equal to less time. So what we can do is we can do JSON to dot converters online. There are so many converts available JSON to dot. So we will do is just copy the response and paste it here. And we know that it is a type of response. Which type of response? Set songs response, right? It is a type of set songs response. Set set songs response. Yeah, like name as you like, but it will be better if you name it properly. Okay, then hit generate. We will get you some kind of wow, lots of code, right? So that's why we are using these converters to reduce our efforts. Here we can see that some kind of null things. So whenever we do null thing, whenever we have type of null, it's not actually type of null. In the response itself, the the message is null, right? But the message can't be a null always. It can be a type of string too. So we have to change all these JSON to dot converters are not intelligent enough to know the know before converting them, not like ChatGPT. So we have to use before ChatGPT. We use these things only to do conversions. Now ChatGPT, but is limited to some kind of these things like it will have limitations for generations, right? Number of lines generation. So it will be broke, but better to use these kind of converters. It will do any length of any nesting kind of conversions. So and there's some kind of changes you have to make, right? Everything not effortless, right? So uh, I have to copy this later. For now, just I have told this there is some kind of existing to convert the uh, responses into the dot classes. Okay, who knows the TypeScript will understand this what I'm doing here. Like in TypeScript, we do type conversions. We will what we say we will give types for the response, right? So why we use types? Because we can get intelligence, right? Intelligence is nothing but simply knowing the data which is present in the response. Intelligence. Simply dot, whenever we create this object, we can use dot, okay, object dot status to get the field value. So now before this we haven't set up the flutter. So first go to the flutter.dev, then go to get started, then go to select your operating system and click and scroll down and hit this thing to start downloading the zip file of the flutter. Then after finishing downloading, you can go to the your downloaded downloads, but I have already installed it, so I have not configured it. So after downloading, you will get a zip file like this. So then just simply just copy that zip file and go to your C drive and create a folder called dev or src, which anything your name is also accepted. Just for name, for better things, we will use our dev or src things only, I mean src folders only. I have created here and pasted that file here, right? Then right click and do extract all. Okay, then you will get a file, extracted file like this. Okay, after extraction you will get a file like this. Then double click and just open that and go to the bin. Okay, go to the bin and click here, like go click on the path and copy this path. Okay, copy this path and go to your search bar and type environmental variables and click enter and type, I mean click on this environmental variables. Okay, then click on the path in the system variables, click on the path and new, click on new and paste it here. After pasting it, just click ok. Okay, and okay, that's it. The configuration is finished, but we have only configured it for the web. It will not work for the android. So we will do, its android configuration is too much time taken, so we will continue with the what we say web only. Okay, after installing it, then after configuring that path and go to the command prompt and type flutter hyphen v doctor. So to know the flutter configuration status, after hitting like this, you will get some notification like this kind of notification, I mean this kind of response from the command. If you get errors here, no problem. All these things need not to be configured to develop the web application using flutter. So that's it. Here this is how we configure the flutter here, right? Okay, after creating flutter, make a folder anyway. Anyway, here I created a folder called GDSC, and here I will do a open, here I will open a terminal and type flutter create music, anything, name as you like GDSC music player. Okay, I will name like this only because I have so many music player applications in my repository GitHub. So after hitting enter, you will install some dependencies. Make sure you have an internet connection, and after it is too fast, right? It is faster than the React Native also for configuration and also in performance too. But then go do cd GDSC music player and hit code space dot to open the VS Code here itself. And we can open the VS Code in that particular path itself, right? No need to open manually, like go into the file manager, searching for the folders, and dragging or dropping it, or opening through VS Code. Later, this is how our application will look like. If you observe carefully, we will get some the kind of things here. Like Flutter will support all these things like for Windows, for Edge, for mobile applications like Android or iOS. It's not, I'm using Windows laptop, so I'm not able to develop for the iOS. So I will continue with the Edge. Select the Edge. Click here and select the Edge browser. Then open the terminal. Open terminal by clicking the three dots or new terminal, like new terminal. Now type flutter run. Enter. It will ask you for on which platform you want to run the current code. Then I want to run it in the edge, right? So I will no need to select here by no need to select here. It's like doing some UI. You are running the application through UI, but we are using terminal, right? Just hit 2 to open the current flutter application in edge, and we can develop the web application using flutter. Here it's running. So I will do splitting of my screen like this. Okay, now what I will do is, no thanks. Now you can see that I get an application, right? By clicking here I can increment the counter. It's a basic application which is given by Flutter. So if all these are the folder things, all these are unnecessary. Like you can directly identify that here is an Android folder, here is an iOS, here Linux, Mac OS, web. All these platforms will be supported by the Flutter, and one single source code, multiple platforms, multi-platforms, right? Whatever changes we are doing must will be on the lib folder only. అంటే మనం ఏదైతే చేంజెస్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఏదైతే అప్లికేషన్ డెవలప్ చేస్తున్నాం అంతా కూడా లిబ్ ఫోల్డర్లోనే ఉంటుంది. లిబ్ ఫోల్డర్లోనే చేస్తాం. Okay, here we can see some kind of things. We will remove all these things right now. Okay, all these things, remove all these things. The main dot will run like C++, where we first thing which will be run is main class, right? Not main class, main function, right? Here is మన Flutter లో కూడా main function first run ఉంది. So void main. Okay, I think I don't need to explain this thing, right? From where we are starting our application journey is from main function, and the Flutter application will have some kind of thing to be called, that is called run app. So run app, I think run app. Okay, I have done some mistake, right? Wait, I have done something mistake. Okay, I haven't imported the material. That's why I'm getting error. Okay, I have to create a main class, main function, and I have to call run app method, run app function, which is imported from the material, which is imported from the material package, which is present inside the Flutter itself. It is accepting a type of run app, is accepting a type of widget. We know that everything in a widget we have to pass the widget. Then which kind of widgets we can pass? We can pass any kind of widgets, but the widgets will represent the layouts, will represent the UI elements. For now, if I pass text, if I pass text as Pavan, and a hit and a terminal, open your terminal and click R to reload, you will get some kind of errors, right? I have told already that some kind of widgets need to be passed to the particular type of widget acceptors only. అంటే ఈ టెక్స్ట్ విజెట్ మనం ఇక్కడ పాస్ చేయలేం. ఇట్ విల్ యాక్సెప్ట్ ది ఓన్లీ విజెట్ కాల్ ది మెటీరియల్ యాప్. Okay, it will accept the widget called material app, and material app have the multiple parameters. Okay, material app is a widget, or the classes, simply the class widgets are the classes which are also known as widgets only, because they are inherited from some property from another class. So it has some properties. For now we will know, what we say, we will just we will know, or we will use some kind of things like home. Okay, home is an like named parameter for this material app class widget. The home will accept the widget text. Okay, because directly we can't pass the text, but we can pass inside widget acceptors, right? So I will click reload. Now I got no errors, but my text is not visible, right? You're right. I haven't given anything. Pawan, if you see that it has some red color and underline, because it didn't inherited some kind of properties from its parent, because material app is the parent, I mean parent, topmost parent widget which will give the some kind of routings, navigation, I mean, navigating things, themings for our app. అంటే మెటీరియల్ యాప్ అనేది మనకి మెటీరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ని ప్రజెంట్ చేయడానికి పనికి వస్తుంది. ఓకే, మెటీరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అవి తర్వాత తెలుసుకుందాం. ప్లస్కి మెటీరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ని ఇస్తుంది, కానీ ద చిల్డ్రన్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ ప్రెజెంట్ యాజ్ చైల్డ్స్ ఆఫ్ ది మెటీరియల్ యాప్ విల్ డోంట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ యాక్సెప్ట్ ది inherit the properties of the material design. For that we have to use scaffold API, right? Scaffold is an API which will have which will have another kind of named parameters like app bar, body. So we know that app bar already, right? For app bar we have to pass the type of preferred size widget, right? We know that there is a widget called app bar, but app bar wants preferred size widget. బట్ ఓకే, అంటే ఏం లేదు, సింపుల్గా ప్రిఫర్డ్ సైజ్ విజెట్ కావాలంట, కానీ మనకి యాప్ బార్ అనేది ఉందని తెలుసు. వీ కెన్ గివ్ యాప్ బార్ హియర్. ఓకే, వై వీ కెన్ గివ్ యాప్ బార్ హియర్, బట్ ఇట్ వాంట్స్ ది ప్రిఫర్డ్ సైజ్ విజెట్, but we are giving app bar, but it's accepting, right? Why it's accepting is the app bar itself inherit the properties from the preferred size widget. Okay, if we click here, it's how we are, how this is how we know all the and how actually how many properties are present for the particular type of widget. So for that, for now we know that we can give the app bar to the app bar. That's it. If I reload this thing, if I reload this thing, I got something kind of default styling, right? This is what material design. But we have another property. For now, just ignore it, and we have another named parameter called body, which will accept the widgets, right? Widgets, right? Now I can give any kind of widget here, not any kind, which kind of will be accepted by the scaffold have to be given here. Now the text has some default styling because the text is inheriting some properties from the scaffold API. The scaffold API is inheriting some properties from the material app. Oh, oh, right. Now we'll start working on the layouts, because before doing backend things, first we have to create the layouts, which will be better practice, because after finishing properly finishing the UIs, we can, and properly means dividing like testable, writing the testable codes or readable codes, right? For now what we do is, we know that it is like junky, like run app has so many things. What if we have want to add a column here, and column contains multiple widgets? It will be so much lines within the single block of code, right? For that, we know the run app will accept a type of widget, right? Run app will accept a type of widget. So I can create widget here, type of widgets. We have two types of widgets. One is stateful widget and stateless widgets. The name itself indicates that the widgets which have states means which will change time to time are stateful widgets. The widgets which will not change the time to time, which will not change at all, like time to time got change over, just they are the static things. Then they are the stateless widget. Stateless means they don't persist any state. Stateful means they have some kind of state which will leads to the re-rendering of the component, re-rendering of the widget. It's like my brain is going to brain is going to flutter, or mixing up all things within the one technology. That's enough. That's okay. First, for now, creating the stateless widget, we can use st-w to create the stateful widget inside the VS Code. Okay. For that, you need of two kind of extensions. One is dot. Go to the extension tab, install the dot, and another one is flutter. you need these two plugins within your VS Code, so you can start working betterly. Without plugins also you can work, but IntelliSense will not work. So for now you can do things. See here, like there is a class which extends the stateless widget. Okay, meaning it's a widget type of widget which didn't have any state. So we can confirm that which whatever we are creating here is a type of widget only, right? Because it is extending stateless widget. The stateless widget also a widget. So we are extending widget, right? We will create. We will rename it as my app. For naming conventions for classes, we know that first letter must be capital, and we will pass this my app inside the run app, my app. Hope you are clear that we are doing something. We are not doing anything confusing, right? We are just created a separate type of widget which is called stateless, which means doesn't contains any state. For now, ignore this thing. We will discuss it later. Okay, now we will discuss like the stateless widget has the one property, overridden property. You know Java, then you know the overriding, which means if I don't declare override option, it will call that, it will say that there is a missing override called widget. Okay, this must be, this is I mean this is present inside the stateless widget. Okay, this is present inside the stateless widget. Whenever we extending any type of classes, then the overridden methods must be implemented, right? Or else it will be abstract class. So for now, why are we getting a kind of error here? If I overridden method, if you observe overridden method, it is giving error. Why it's giving error? If I hover it, the module might be completely normally causing null to be returned. అంటే సింపుల్ గా అదేం రిటర్న్ చేయట్లేదు, బట్ ఐఎమ్ యాక్సెప్ట్, అది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే రిటర్న్ చేయడాన్ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఇట్స్ నీడ్ ఏ రిటర్న్ వాల్యూ. Okay, it's need a return value. What kind of return value? The return value must be type of widget, right? So I can give the copied thing inside here on itself. Okay, నేను ఏదైతే పైన రాసానో జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ తయారు చేసాను అంటే సింపుల్గా ఒక విజెట్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం, స్టేట్లెస్ విజెట్. అది ఒక మెథడ్ని ఓవర్ చేస్తుంది, దాన్నే బిల్డ్ అంటాం, విచ్ ఈస్ గివింగ్ ది build context. We will see what is this build context. Okay, we will see what is this build context. Right now ignore that. Okay, then it's we are retaining a widget. This widget will be returned to the my app. My app will return the widget to the run app. Okay, if I click restart, no changes are happening, right? Okay, for now this is it. Now we will build the UI for the mobile application. So for now, for that we will draw our UI. For that we will draw our UI. First we have a screen, we have app bar will have search, sorry, we'll have search, we have a search button here, and we have title here, music. uh, okay, this is our layout. We have created a scaffold. For now, for inside the scaffold we have to give app bar contains title and a search icon, right? We will implement this right now. So we know that the app bar which is coming here, for that app bar we have to place two things. First title, another one is search bar. If we control space, if we enter control space inside the app bar, we will get what kind of attributes, what kind of parameters it's accepting. if we see here like some kind of background color, bottom opacity, center title, elevation, keys, leading parallel shapes, all these things here, but we want only one thing, that is title, which is present inside app bar. The title will accept a visit. Okay, how I know it will accept a visit, right? If I hover on title, I will get the intelligence that it is accepting a type of visit. Okay, now I can pass text here, that is called, okay, player, as a player. Okay, if I click on R, I get title, right? What if I want it in center? What if it I want this title inside center? Then there is an option called center title. I will mention it as true. Make sure that after giving parameter you have to separate them with comma, right? It's basic thing inside programming. Then if I enter control R, I the text is center. Okay, we have created enter, and we need a search icon, right? For search icon, what we can do is we have a property called actions. The actions are the things which will be placed at the right side of the app bar. Okay, if I place a text, if I place a text as, okay, actions is a type of array. Here there is no array. Here is in dot we have list. The actions will accept the list of visits. So we can pass the multiple children to the actions. For now, I have passed the only one children, that is text. So you can see that here we get the text on top right. If I pass multiple text, if you pass the multiple text, I will get the multiple things here. So I want to enter a new widget called icon here. So icon is a widget. Okay, icon is a widget. It will accept the icon data. Okay, by default it accepts the icon data. Okay, icon data will be icons dot search. Okay, icon dot search. If I click restart, I get icon, but this banner is hiding that icon. So I can remove that banner inside the material app, because the banner is added itself into the material app. It's okay, material app. So to disable that banner, we use disable debug banner. Debug, so I mean show, oh, debug debug banner ఉంటుంది. సో దాన్ని ఫాల్స్ చేసేస్తాం. Debug show checked banner mode is false. Now the banner is gone. By adding this property, the banner is gone. So for now you can see the search icon there. So I can increase the size of the icon. Where I can increase the size of the icon? I can increase the size of the icon inside only that particular widget only. So I can increase the size of the icon inside the this icon itself, like, right? If I place a comma after the search, I can give call parameter called size. It will be it will be a number. It will be a number like 30. The icon size is increased, right? This is how we will have created the what is a tab app bar. Now develop develop the body of the app. By default, the data is empty, right? The data is empty. So but I need some content here. Okay, by default I need some content here. The songs must be displayed here, like by default songs. Okay, by default songs must be placed here. We know that the body is this thing, the body is this thing which will accept visit, but we have to place songs like this, like our song tile. The song tile must look like this, like should have a leading icon, not leading album art, and it should have title here, it should have title here and some description bottom there. some description there, right? This is how should our uh, what we say song must be look like, right? So I can do one thing, that I know that the things must be look like this. I mean, the things should be look like this. The whichever the content is rendering must be in this format, in this UI style, right? So what I can do is, I know that these kind of elements must be multiple. Like we are rendering, we are getting multiple songs list, and we are getting array of songs. So we have to render array of these kind of UIs. Okay, this kind of UIs we have to render the multiple. So I can do, what I can do is simply control D to duplicate them. To duplicate them, I will press control D. Okay, I'm doing it. I don't, you don't do control D. Just I'm for the UI purpose, I'm doing duplications. So you have, we have the some kind multiple items right now. Okay, we have the multiple songs right now, but multiple songs cannot be given directly to the body. Body will be accept only one widget, right? One widget. But we know that the one widget which will accept multiple childrens are two. One is one is row, one is column. But we have to display this kind of elements inside a column, right? Inside a column we have to display only. So we have to place a column here. We have to place a column here. It's a column. Inside that column, we'll pass all these. We will pass the all these what we say, all these type of UI elements. Like this, we can render all these things. Now we know that we can render like things like this, right? But what if we have elements more than this, the screen size? Like if we have more elements, if we have more elements which will more than to fit inside this screen, then here like this, you know that the content is overflowing. The content is overflowing in the bottom. This is a type of error which will be get whenever we place more content which is more than the size of the existing space, then we will get the overflowing error. So we know that in CSS we do like overflow y or overflow bot x into hidden in order to hide the overflow. But what if we want to make it scrollable? Like the list, if the number of items inside the column are more, then we have to make it scrollable, right? We will do that kind of thing right now. Okay, I think I have explained some things to you guys. Now let's go into the what is say, let's go into the practical thing. Now I will remove this body, right? I will remove this body and I will place a column. For now I will place a container, which will accept a children, and a children is a row. Row will accept the multiple childrens. Row will accept the multiple childrens, and the first children is a circular thing, right? Circular thing. For now what we do is circular thing. Okay, for now just ignore these children. Ignore these children and give it some height of 80, some width as okay 300, width as 300. If you do refresh here itself, you won't see anything because the container will don't have any default properties like color or thing. If I give color as colors dot red, oh what I done, like simply we have the property called color which will accept the property of type widget. So not widget, type color only. Like everything is will not accept the widgets. Some will accept the doubles, some will accept the types which are required. So here the colors dot red, the type of thing which will by default present in the flutter. Now you will get the container here, but what if I want the container to be 100% width, like full width? If I want full width, I can do double dot max finite. Okay, if I do double dot max finite, it will take the entire width which is available, right? Always don't do like this. Okay, don't do like this. I will tell the better way, best way, that is called media queries. I think CSS, media queries. Now I can give children, right? Children as text. If I do text here, if I do text and control R, I will get text here inside that particular container, right? But I don't want the text here, but I want another widget called row, which will accept the children. Okay, then in the children, for now, what I will do is I will remove this color. Okay, color must be there. For now, I have placed the row. Inside row, I can place the circular thing, right? I can place circular thing. Inside Flutter, we have the default widget called circular avatar, which have the property called the radius. I can give radius of 40. Okay, I can give the radius of 40. Now you can see that I have got a rounded thing. Okay, radius is 40, then diameter is 80, and the height of the container is also 80. We got an end-to-end, what we say, end-to-end container. What if I remove this height? What if I remove this height? Simply got the same thing. Before adding height without any children, the height is not defined. So by default, it will take the minimum height called 0. If the children have some height, then the height of the container will also change. Okay. Okay, we have done something. Okay, then we need another thing here. Sorry, thing here. Two, like two lines, but we can't achieve two lines directly, right? We can't place. There is nothing to place like this. We have to place a column. Inside that column, we have to place the two children. You can now understand this layout. Like inside next to this circle, we have to place another thing called column. Column which has the property called children. Okay, make sure to place a comma after every widget. Inside column, we have two properties. I mean, we have to give two things. One is text title, another one subtitle, right? Title and subtitle. If I do a hard restart, I got, oh, this is bad, right? The column, why we are getting this kind of error is the column widget is taking the entire available space inside the canvas. So in order to avoid these things, we can do two things. Like we can give the specified height, how much height we want to assign to that particular thing, or we can give main axis size as main axis size property equal to main axis size dot minimum. Okay, minimum. Then we will get things like this. Okay, there are multiple ways to build widget UIs, but it's a better way. But I want some spacing between the circular progress indicator and the column, right? So I can use another widget called sized box. Sized box, which will have the two property, the three total overall four properties. One is children, and sized box is a type of container without styling. So it will have only width, height, and children. You don't have the colors, decoration, all the key elements present inside the container widget. So I can give the width equal to 40. So I can get the width of the 40 pixels, not 40 pixels actually, 40. I get some spacing, right? Now I got some UI, but I don't want to build like this. We have in Flutter, we have the, I have told already that no, before developing, no the pre-built widgets. So I can remove all these things for that particular body. I can place another widget list tile. Okay. Okay. We got the list tile. Then we have the list widget, right? We have the list widget that, I mean, list is a type of what is a data structure inside dot, but list view is a type of widget which will accept multiple widgets. On that multiple widgets we have one type is called list tile, and we have the list of elements which will be displayed vertically or horizontally, which is scrollable. Okay, list view is not scrollable. The kind of what we say not generations, the different types on table, like that kind of what we say that kind of things available inside the list view, types of list views. Okay, there we can assign the scrollable list views, all these things, but for now just focus on this thing. Shit. Okay, the list style is a widget which will have this all these properties. If you can see, there is a title. Okay, there is a subtitle, there is a leading, I think leading. So all these things we have different. This is the leading, this is the title, this is subtitle. So by default this style will have default styling and default properties. For leading, I can give circular avatar of radius 40. Okay, of radius 40, and title as text title, and I can give subtitle as text subtitle in intelligence. Okay, if you observe carefully, I have leading, have title, and I have subtitle. If I do restart here, if I do restart here, I get better styling here. I have default padding outside the this style, right? Okay, this is how we will do what we say. We will create a songs list, and we have another one. We have the leading, then we have the tiling also. Tiling. In tiling, I can place widget called icon. I can place widget property called icons dot play play arrow. If I do restart, restart, I have some kind of thing to play the song, right? I have some kind of UI, but the UI is not attractive, right? The UI is not attractive. What can I do is I can go to the material app. Here I can give one property called theme. Theme. I can For theme we have to give the property called theme data. Inside the theme data, I can use some property called material 3. Use material 3 as true. Okay, use material 3 as true. It means the material design have versions like material 1, 2, 3. Some more versions are there also. But material 3 is now latest one. I can give the theme data as material 3 and click R. Oh, now I got some styling which is different from the లాస్ట్ వన్. బట్ యూ ఆల్ గైస్ థింకింగ్ దట్ ఇంతకు ముందు వచ్చిందే బాగుంది కదా, పైన స్టైలింగ్ వచ్చిందని. Later you will understand, after building all this UI, you will understand why we get this kind of UI. But it's like it's latest material design. So for now what we do is we can identify that icon is left, right, stick it to the right. What we can do is the actions will accept the multiple widgets. For the multiple widgets, To the right of the icon, I can give a sized box. I can give a sized box. I can specify width as 10. I can specify width as 10. Now there is some spacing. I have to increase some more, like 20. Okay, now it's perfect, right? It's perfect, right? Its center title is some kind of weird. Center title is kind of weird thing. So I will do is to the right music player. I got a song. I got a song. What can I do? Like I have the body only accept the single child only. But I can place this entire list tile. I will cut this entire list tile and place a column here. I can place a column here. The column will accept the children. Inside the children, I will place the uh, I will place multiple list tiles we have prepared. We have prepared multiple list tiles, right? I will place them. I got multiple songs, right? I got multiple songs, but there is some kind of spacing missing. But we will fix that later. For now, understand the what I want to convey. I am placing multiple so that you can get some overflow errors. Okay, why we because we have to understand the layouts before more proceed. So I have pasted multiple list. I mean song tiles which is causing to overflow at bottom 298 pixels means whatever widgets are placing they are not rendered, they are not visible onto the screen. సో అంటే మనం ఎక్కువ ప్లేస్ చేయడం వల్ల విజిబుల్ అవ్వట్లేదు కదా. సో దానికి ఏం చేస్తామంటే ర్యాప్ the entire we can wrap the entire column inside a single side scroll view. It means it can scroll single side only and a single direction only. Okay, the children which are present inside single side scroll view are scrollable. Okay, for for that you don't need to just close all these things. I mean copy entire things, all this like this. Don't have to waste time on లైక్ ఇలా ర్యాక్ చేసుకుంటూ కాపీ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సింపుల్గా ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే VS కోడ్లో మనం ఆల్రెడీ డాట్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ వాడుతున్నాం కదా, ఫ్లటర్ డాట్. ఇక్కడ మీకు దీని మీద కాలం మీద ట్యాప్ చేస్తే మీకు ఇక్కడ బల్బ్ ఐకాన్ వస్తుంది, దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ ర్యాప్ విత్ విజెట్ అని ఉంటుంది. దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే మీకు ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఎంటైర్ థింగ్ని ర్యాప్ చేస్తుంది. దేంతో ర్యాప్ చేయాలి మనం? సింగిల్ సైడ్ సింగిల్ చైల్డ్ స్క్రోల్ వ్యూ, సింగిల్ నాట్ సైడ్ సింగిల్ చైల్డ్ స్క్రోల్ వ్యూ. సారీ మై మిస్టేక్. Now I have wrapped in a column inside single sector view. I have entered R. Now the overflow is gone and the list is scrollable, right? If you observe, if I go scroll bottom, some bottom have got some color. So if it is beautiful, right? This it is called material design. You will get the entire material design properties without doing anything by using simple line use material 3 true. This is how it's looking cool, right? Now it's looking some kind of material app. Oh, okay, this is what the how the elements will look like. Now we got the style, we got the search icon. Okay, we got the search icon. We have titles. Now what we do is we will do one thing. We will get the we know that we have wrapped the we got title, subtitle, icons, leading some kind of circular progress, circular avatars. Now what we do is now we will get the data from the internet. We know that we can get the data inside JavaScript using fetch. For by using the Flutter, we have to use HTTP package. By default, Flutter will not provide any kind of inbuilt methods or inbuilt things to get data from the internet. We have to use packages, external packages, which are by default provided by the or maintained by the Google itself. Somewhat some kind of popular packages also maintained by the external contributors too. So here search for HTTP. Search for HTTP. We will get the first thing called HTTP. Then copy this You can know that the .dev is creator of this package. Okay, .dev is the creator of the package. So many likes. Okay. Now go to the code and go to the folder structure. The packages which are we want to install must be specified inside this pubspec.yaml. Must be specified inside the pubspec.yaml. So for now, ignore all these comment or just remove everything. Remove every comments only. Don't do any extra stuff because it will what we say uh, damage your pubspec file. Remove everything, every comment, not everything. Okay, now we are using some dependencies. Dependency must external dependencies. So we can paste dependencies below this particular uh, what we say key. It's an YAML file. It's like Python indentation. We have to follow Python indentation. Kind of paste that copied thing inside the copy here. Then click this download symbol to get all the packages which are present inside this workspec.yaml and wait for to install that package inside your application. After installing, you will get a success message. Here you can see that three dependencies are changed. Okay. Now, for now we will read some kind of documentation. For getting using this package, we have to import the package like this, and we have to use URI dot some kind of like this. We have to wait till the response come, and then after waiting, we have to print the response. Oh, the lot of things we have to do, right? First, what we do is just dive into the thing. So now we have installed the package successfully. Sometimes we need to restart the application for what we say for working. Sometimes on like after installing new packages, we have to restart the PC. I will decrease my screen size. Now I know that I have to fetch data. Fetch data is a stateful thing, right? Fetching data. We are changing something, right? We are changing something or we are getting something after some time. అంటే డేటా రావడానికి నెట్ నేను డేటా రావడానికి కొంచెం టైం పడుతుంది. So we can't use stateless widget to get the data. To fetch the data, we can't use stateless widget because the fetching data isn't stateful. Like it will change after some time. Okay. For that, what we can do is, uh, for understanding purpose, we know that all these things are waste of time. Like all these things are waste of codes. Like we are repeating everything. Like we are repeating the same kind of element multiple times. We are increasing the number of lines of code. So for now, what we can do is we will keep only one thing, one list style for reference. Okay, for reference, we'll keep one list style. Okay, the list style. Okay, the list style isn't stateless. The list style which we are using, it isn't stateless. So what we can do is we can create a separate widget for stateless song list. Stateless widget. Stateless widget. Cause song tile. Okay, song tile which will return the list style. Okay, which will return the list style. అంటే మన సాంగ్ టైల్ అనే ఒక దీన్ని సపరేట్ విజిట్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నాం. అది ఏం చేస్తుంది, లిస్ట్ స్టైల్ ని రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఇన్ whenever we want to use the song, whenever we use the song tail widget, whenever we want to use song tail widget, just we can call the song tail widget. And sorry, I can do like this, and the number of lines of code is also reduced. Same kind of data also present in same kind of data is also occurring like shit. అయితే వి హ్యావ్ గో అగైన్ అన్న. ఓకే, అంటే ఇక్కడ మిస్ అయిపోయింది. టైటిల్, టెక్స్ట్, టైటిల్, సబ్ టైటిల్, what is happening here bro? Oh, call missing. Okay, just now you can see that same kind of thing has occurred. The tiling is missing. Icon of icons dot, icons dot play arrow. Now number of lines of code is drastically reduced, right? Because of the reusable component. I'm just calling the reusable component. But for every song, the title must be changed, the icon must be changed, I mean reading must be changed, the subtitle must be changed, right? So for that we can pass properties here, right? Like this, like these widgets, we are passing theme, home. Also, we can also pass the custom named parameters to the widget. For that, we have to accept the parameters inside our custom widget. For accepting, what we are accepting, we need first what we need? String, title we need it, we need title, right? We need title, we need string, we need subtitle, right? We need subtitle and string, and we need what we call image is a widget inside the flutter. So don't use capital image for describing things. So image, now you can see that we got some errors that can't define the constant constructor. The constructor must not be present. It's saying that constant constructor should not be used because of the non-constant variables, right? These are the non-constant variables. They can change after time. What are the constant variables? We know that the constant variables are the final variables, right? Our final variables are the constant variables. Now we got the error is removed. Like we there is no constant variable, but there is another error called try adding initializer. The final values must be initialized, right? The final values must be initialized. So we can, this is called named parameters. Named parameters. Here the child is a named parameter because you are passing some name, then the value, the name and the value, right? So how we will do named parameters? If I don't want to do named parameters, I can do this dot title, this dot subtitle, and this dot image. What I have done right here is now what I have done is I just referencing this current class title object, the current class object string subtitle, the current class image string. But it's now saying that that title must not have, can't have the value of none because these are the required objects. The required objects must be, well, must have some value. If you want to, or if I don't want to give the any values, then I can place null pointer, like not null pointer, nullable objects, so that that compiler the dot knows that that string title which can be of type of null, so there is no need of compulsorily passing the object. And the string subtitle is not compulsory, the image is not compulsory, but all these are compulsory in our application. That's why we will remove this nullable. But then how we can do how can we remove this error? By using required keyword. It means the required keyword means that whenever someone is using this component inside our project, they must pass the value. They must pass this value, this title. They, this required field. They must pass this required field. Required. I will add all required because all these are required, right? Required. If I had all these thing as required, the error is gone here. But we got error here because whenever we are calling this, we are reusing this component, we have to pass some kind of values because to ఇక్కడ ఏమంటుందంటే we can't use const constructor to improve the performance. ఓకే, కాస్ట్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్స్ వాడండి పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయడానికి అంటుంది. అంటే ఈ పై ఎర్రర్ వచ్చేసరికి పై వాటికి వస్తుంది, పైన లైక్ వీటి వల్ల కాస్ట్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుందాం. ప్రస్తుతానికి అది మర్చిపోండి. ఇప్పుడే మాట్లాడాం కదా లైక్ కాస్ట్ కన్స్ట్రక్చర్ అంటే. కాస్ట్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, కాన్స్టెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ విల్ నాట్ recompile. Okay, will not recompile inside the interpreter, but the song tail is accepting something. The value should not be here. Like if I do control space here, it is accepting image, subtitle, title and key. Why we are getting key? Because the key here is the key will pass it to the super. The super means the stateless vision. I have to pass what I have to pass. I have to pass title as string, right? Like Pavan, and I have to pass subtitle, and I have to pass another thing, image. Image must be URL. URL means link, right? URL. Now I am not getting any kind of errors. I can do how many? I can call multiple objects if I want. Okay, I'm checking for whether my audio is visible or not. So audible or not. This way we are created a reusable component. Now our main goal is to use the HTTP package. Our main goal is to use HTTP package. I will remove unnecessary things. Okay, these things. Okay. Now what we'll do is we know that we have to make this stateless widget to stateful in order to fetch the data. So there is no need of a stateful widget for the material app, right? There is no need of stateful widget for the material app. For the scaffold only, we need the material app, stateful widget. So what can I do is I can do I can make another widget, another stateful widget is this time stateful widget called home, right? Home screen, right? Here in the my app I will pass the screen home screen. Inside the return if you can see the stateful widget, there is an option, there is some additional stuff going here, like the state. It's extending stateful widget, then it's extending for the home screen, all this stuff. Then whatever we have copied, just paste inside the return. Okay, inside the return. Now I will close this thing. You can see that the everything is separated, right? Oh, my app have some functionality, home screen have my functionality. So what can I do is I can remove this song tile from here. Remove song tile from here. I can create a new file inside lib called song tile dot and paste it here. I got some errors. Why are getting some of these kind of errors? Because stateful widget will have to be imported from the material app. How are you getting this intelligence? I am getting this intelligence by clicking on that error and control dot. Okay, done control dot. I am getting the material app, or you can directly type manually like import package material 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 app, right? Material dot. Okay, flutter. I have forgotten the flutter material app. The error is now gone, or you can do simply You can do click on that error, then control dot and click import material. This is faster. Now I got error inside main. If I want to use this song tile, I have to pass values to write. Now I'm getting this error because the title is required. Title have been title by Angle here. So there. Right. This way I can reuse the component by extracting it separately. Now, what we have to do now? Now we have to get the data. How we get the data? Whenever whenever we are hitting something, like we are searching something, we have to get the data, right? Whenever we searching something, we have to get the data. For that, what we can do is we can we can create a method. We can create a method inside our inside our stateful visit before the override called get data, and I am declaring a function that will call get data, where I will get the data on clicking of the search. Like on clicking of the search, I will get the data, right? In the data, what we are using the HTTP package, right? Import HTTP, right? HTTP has as HTTP, because this is a whenever we're using, we don't import like this. We have to use the HTTP dot HTTP dot get. If we go to the documentation, I have to import like this. Then I have to use URI dot HTTPS, all this extra stuff. I will explain. I will explain. For now, whenever I am calling this get data function, I have to fetch the data. So for that, HTTP, we have to HTTP dot get. Okay, get is accepting the type of URI. So it's not accepting the URL, it's accepting the URI. So URI. Okay, inside URI we have to pass our URL, right? You have to pass not the URL. Not like this. HTTP dot HTTP as we have to, okay. I have to give the URL here, right? I have to give the URL here. What is the URL I'm using? I'm using this songs URL, this kind of URL. It will not work if you use directly. I have to remodify it, like pasting it here. 7 This is my music API which I have published. So I have to replace this starting thing with that particular URL. If I hit this particular URL, I am getting this with this response, right? So I can do is just copy. I will provide this URL. Just paste it here inside this. Okay, inside this. Now, whenever we are hit this URL, we will get this data. But if I hover this, it is the type of future response. The response type is in future. We won't get the data immediately. So we have to convert the given function as asynchronous, because we are doing some asynchronous operation. Simply means we are doing some future operation. So we can await the operation which is future operation, which is future thing, which will occur in, which will happen in future, because the await will make the current flow to be blocked at that particular moment, and wait till the response come. Okay, wait till the response come, and the response, if I hover here, I will get the type of response. I will get the type of response. Okay, response equals to, okay, this thing. Not now, what I have done is simply getting the http dot get and passing the parsing. I am parsing the URL. I can simply use parse also. Okay, both will do same things. Parse will pass the given URL and pass it to the HTTP, and it will get the data in future, and after getting data it will pass into the response. If I print response, if I print the response, or when I have to print the response, whenever I hit the this like particular tab, I have to get the data, right? For that, I can call this function on top of this icon. So icon is present here. We can't directly make, there is no property called on tap or on click. We have to make it clickable. To make it clickable, there are two ways. Icon button is there. So basically, the icon will act as a button. The icon will act as a button. Then we have to pass icon to the icon. Okay, we have to pass the icon to the icon. Okay, we have to pass the icon, and it will need another property called on press. It will need the another property called on press. On press will accept in function. The on press will accept in function, right? We have to can pass the function like this. Then in this function we will call the what, get data. Okay, we will call the get data. Now if I restart this, okay, restart this, if I click here, should we get the instance of type response, right? We got the instance of type response. If I do response dot body, okay, if before that if I do response dot status code, okay, okay, if I will save once, I will reload it once again. If I click here, I got all the entire data. I got the entire data, and I got the response code as 200. What if I misspell? If I misspell this URL, I have removed something and misspells that. If I click here, I got some kind of errors, so many errors. So errors are not better. So we have to handle them. For that purpose, for handling the errors, we got the client side exception, right? This particular thing got thrown an error. Okay, so we need to make it an exception handling. We have to make the exception handling here, like we have to handle the exceptions. The exceptions are will be used like this. Like we have to catch the exceptions like this. Like what we can do is print, if an exception rise, then it will call exception is raised. So if you click restarted it, and if you click here, if you got an exception rise, means there is no error, there is some kind of exception handled on, which may help you to future improvements, right? So what can I do is I can do response.print body, response.7. Right now I got the response.body and response status code. Okay, if, okay, I have to set this body, right? I got some kind of response, but the response which is in type is the type JSON. Okay, I got the type of response is JSON. I got this response in the console, right? We have to handle that response. Okay, we have to handle that response. They have given some kind of examples of it. Here, the response body will be response dot body. Here they taken a variable, but we know that the HTTP dot get that we use, it will return a type of response. So directly we have used response type, data type response. We have used a data type as a response. We can use variable also. And here, whenever after after getting response, just decode the JSON. Okay, decode the JSON. After decoding the JSON, we can parse the URI back and like it is some kind of another example. Like it's not needed, not actually. We need that kind of response or like that kind of complicated things. We know that we got the response of this thing. We got the response of this thing by hitting that particular URL. So what we can do is this copy this entire response and go to the JSON to dot converter, JSON to dot converter, and make it as home songs response. Set songs response and click generate. You get entire data. Just copy it. Just copy it. Now go to the code. Go to the code and create a separate file called home plus model, because it is a model. I type for type అంటే ఇది రెస్పాన్స్ టైప్ కదా, మనం వచ్చేది క్రియేట్ చేసిన ఏదైతే క్లాస్ ఉందో అదొక మోడల్ అంటాం దాన్ని. ఆ మోడల్ ఎటువంటి టైప్ అంటే రెస్పాన్స్ టైప్, కాబట్టి దాన్ని రెస్పాన్స్ మోడల్ అంటాం. ఇక్కడ చూస్తే మనకి ఇంపోర్ట్ ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. షట్ download URL is not missing. So I have told already these will not accurately generate the response. So we have to use another converter. Quick type is better, I think. Set. Now copy this code. Click here, copy this code, and go to the presentation. Now we got entire things. Got so many. Okay. I have some extensions. I will give this code to you guys. Just copy paste it. No need to copy paste it. It's too complicated to understand, right? This is too complicated to understand. I think so. But for now, what we do is we'll write it from scratch. We'll write it from scratch. So we know that this ignore this thing. For now, ignore this thing. We will write some from JSON serializes, or I can do simply just click here, create data class. No need of data class, just go to the JSON serializes. So we don't need from JSON. Okay, we need from JSON. We don't need to JSON. We also don't need from map also. We need from map for this thing. Okay, for this, okay, we got two map not needed. Uh, we can here you can see that we have two fields called message and status which are present in the response itself. Go to here, if I go to the search response, we got the two properties called message and status, and another field called data. We will create it later. For now, we are make sure that it's working. This model will handle this kind of response. Okay, we have to define all these models. So we need some kind of data items. I mean keys only. So we will redefine them without using converters. Go to the main, and we know that we can uh, we can serialize the data. I mean we can print the data. If I go to the once again rest model, if I do like we can create for casting, we are creating two string method. Two string is method nothing but just it will create that method that will print the response type. Okay. Okay. Then what I can do is I know that the body will response dot body will give the entire body text. I mean this response. So what I can do is I can do like home response. That I think its name is response. మర్చిపోయాను నేను వచ్చింది search response, not home response, search response. I can do search response. Okay, search response dot what we are from doing, we are doing from JSON, right? We are doing it from JSON, right? If I do response dot body, the response dot body the response dot body will return the type of string, but we are need the JSON. Okay, we need the JSON, but we have the body as a text. For that, to convert the text as JSON, we have to use the here what they mentioned is you have used the JSON.decode method. Okay, JSON.decode in order to decode the string. Okay, in order to decode the obtain string from response.body to convert it into a JSON. So what we can do is JSON JSON decode JSON decode. Okay, it's need a source. What is the source here? We have the source called response.body. We call source called response.body. Right? Now we got response. We have converted into the JSON. That JSON will be converted to a response type. Right? We will get the response. So it's the not response type, search type, search response equals to this. Now we have created some function robust functionality like this, like in a proper way, in a production level way. Now we got the search response, right? Now we can print that response, print search response. And I have also another method called search response dot toString. Okay, if I do restart and click search button, exception raised. Like we got an exception is raised here. Why we got an exception? In order to know that, we have to print that exception. What kind of exception is raised? Print e and another j2 JSON map type of string but type of JSON dot map. Okay, the JSON dot, okay, from JSON is not only need the string, not the, we don't need to convert it to the JSON dot decode, because we explicitly converting it to the decode. We are explicitly doing itself inside this from JSON method. Like here we are passing this source, right? From source we are converting that source, we are decoding that source, it's here. So there is no need of another time conversion. So just remove this. Okay, we are no need to convert one more time. So control R, and now hit search. I got success and message null. Okay, I got the object printed. Okay, okay, no need to explicitly call the toString method, because whenever we are printing any object, the print function will first search for the toString method present inside that particular object. If there is no toString method, it will simply prints as instance of function type. Okay, okay. Now we got the response, but we need actual data, right? We need actual data. We go to the home response. Once again, we got we got this response, but actual data present inside this data only. Then the data contains the actual result itself. So we need another property called final data, which can't be null. Okay, which is type of data, we have to declare that. And data, here it is also this dot data. And we have to also convert the from map. Okay, we need a from map function to convert the data to the from map. Okay, we need to convert the JSON decoded. JSON is nothing but a map. Okay, whenever we are doing JSON dot decode, okay, whenever you are doing JSON dot decode, he is explicitly converted into a type of map of strings. Type of map of strings. From the type of map of strings, we are reassigning new object called search response. Okay. Oh, okay. Ignore that one. We will do from scratch here. So we know that data class must be defined. Okay, class data. Okay, data have some fields called total. Okay, into total. Okay, right? Into total, but there must be a non-multiple fields, and another property called int start. Ignore the start. We don't need the start. Okay, we need another one called results, right? We need the type of results, final results. Okay, okay, final results is also in a type of list of arrays, right? So final result also type of list of arrays. For now we have to create a factory method, factory data dot from json. From json it will accept a string source. Okay, it will accept a string source like this. From JSON, it will accept type string. So we have to convert that string into map, right? We have to convert the string into map. We will say string source. Now we have to convert that particular source into map, right? We have to convert the particular source into map. For now, okay, yeah. Before that proper setting, we have to define a constructor data this dot total, right? This dot total. Now here getting error because of the it may return the nullable fields return. We have to convert the source to map, right? Where data, okay, JSON data equals to JSON decode source, right? JSON decode store Now it will decode the thing. We will decode the source, and the source must be of type what, as map of string and dynamic. Dynamic, because dynamic is nothing but it will adapt to the particular data type, whatever the key contains data values. Now I'm getting to now we have decoded the source into JSON and JSON as into map, right? Now we have to map into object. Which type of object? Data object. Like data of, we need to pass the title. Like this, we have to pass the named parameter. Named parameters are better if we are working with, right? Whenever we want to define the named parameters, we have to wrap the parameters inside the curly braces and make a required field before that one. So now data dot total equals to JSON data of what type? Total. I mean, what is the name of the key? Total. Now we know we have to convert the type into, explicitly we have to convert the type, because the total is type of number, right? We have to explicitly pass the type of object, right? It's better practice to pass the object as int. Okay, we are explicitly typecasting it. Okay, we have created the factory method. We have to create the arrow function. No need to factory that. Why am getting this error? I'm doing it from matrices from map. Yeah, I'm doing correctly. Why I'm getting still getting errors? Oh, now I'm not getting any errors. I'm getting here. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting errors or not. We have created this, but what we need is we need the type of results, right? We need another property here, right, called results. Before that, we know that the data object must be passed, right? Data object must be passed inside this thing. Okay, data, we know the data, which is how we get the data. We get the data from map, right? Here is it map. We have predefined it below. Map of, what is that name? Name is data. Key, what is the key name? As data. As, what is the type of the data, right? Data. Type of the data is data. Okay, we can't do directly like this, because we are passing entire object into the new data, right? We are passing the entire object into the new data. So for that, we have to use the dot from JSON method. From JSON method, we have to paste the source as this. Okay, we have to paste the source as this. Okay. Now you understand that we are getting some kind of another object. We have to redeclare, and we have to destructure the JSON using from JSON method of the data. We know the data, and we know the, for now we have to use the results. For now we have to create the another data class, for the class data class called result, because result, we know that it is an array. For plural, we is using results, right? For plural things, it's using results. Okay, results, it will contain the results, will only contain the array of results, right? I have to create another class called results class result, right? And the class called result, it have properties called, one is, now we need a id, so string id, right? Another one is called string name, another one called string what is there, string year is, we are using only three fields. We will declare them as per our needs, and we need a constructor result and okay, result and required this dot id, required this dot name, required this dot here. Okay, we have created a constructor. Now we have to create the factory method from for the result dot from JSON. It will accept a string source. Now we have to convert the where JSON data equals to, so okay, JSON dot equal JSON dot source as map of string and dynamic. Now we have converted the JSON data to the string. Now we have to return the data. Return the data. How we have to return the data? We have to return in the format of result. Result must contain ID, which will come from the JSON data of ID. The whichever ID we are passing must match here. Now another thing is result.id and result.name and result.year, right? Uh, year and year and ID and JSON.name. Make sure that you have typecasted everything rightly, otherwise you will get the problems later. Like ID is type of string, ID is a type of string. It is a type of what is here is a type of string also. Here is a type of string. Make sure that you have created a string. But okay, name is a type of string. If there is a name as type of string, and year is also type of string here, but here actually could be a number, but here is a string. Okay, year is a type of string, and now I have declared year as also string. That's why I'm not getting here. Now we have declared the from JSON method. Okay, from JSON method. Now we have to declare the results data. Same way we have to declare all these things. Results. We don't need anything like this, and we need a string of data, not data results. Not string of data. It's the list of result. Right? It's the list of result. Okay. A list of result and this dot results. Okay. Yeah, we have to create a factory method. Results dot from JSON. It will string. It will accept a string and a source. We will call it a source. And we want to simply copy paste it. We copy paste this thing. We'll return results. Okay, results, and we got the type of dynamic, right? We got the type of dynamic. So we know that the type of result is an array. So whenever JSON the data of results, whenever doing results, we know that it is a type of list. Okay, type of list. Okay, I forgot how to do it. Oh, now I will refer this document. Okay, I will simply Google it. JSON of arrays to list in dot.
Okay. First I have to get the response, then I have to do map, right? I have to do map. If I do map, I will get the array type. If I do map, I will get the array type. So what I can do is now, before doing this thing, I will define here list of results. So result equals to JSON data of what is the data name? Uh, JSON data of songs results as, if you can observe this here, they have simply decoded as list, and they don't mapping there. After doing as list, okay, as list, they have wrapped it inside a thing and done map. Map map will give you an attribute, simply data, and the data will return, data will contain every single uh, type of response. I mean, every single iteration of the object, like result. So we pass the result dot from JSON. Here we pass the data. Okay. So, and in end we have to go the dot to list. I think we have to react in this. I am first converting the JSON dot list results as a list. Then I am using dot map function to get each and every result, and each and every result will be passed. Okay, each and every result will be passed, and the map will return a array, and it will return a array. To convert the array back to the list, we are using dot to list, which is present inside the map function. Okay, map function contains the toList method, which will convert the result of the map into a list. So in later we need the listing only. So here we can use res. This is how we will create the JSON serialization for complex data. I am getting error here, right? Because the parameter data can't even define. Oh, data is can't even define. Why? Can't be type of null. Okay, dynamic can be naive type of null. String status can be type one, but it is a required. The data is required, right? Now everything is gone. I go to the thing. If I if I print the response here, once again if I refresh, and if I come back to this page, if I click plus symbol, I got an exception. Oh, I think I have done some mistakes while converting. We got a type of string, but we got a type of JSON map raised exception. Okay. For that, there is some error while converting the what we say REST models. REST models. I think there will be an error in converting this. First, we have to analyze each and every thing. First, data. We are anything we are doing from JSON to data map. From map, we are converting the here data. We have to go to the data model. From data model, we are passing int and data from JSON map. Then back to the data. The data will contain JSON.total only, and we are not using result also, but we are getting an error as string but got in JSON map. I think JSON dot data where I have used data. Oh, we have returning map here, right? String expect చేసింది కానీ ఇక్కడ మ్యాప్ వస్తుంది కదా, అదే అంటుంది. So we can simply what we can do is in this thing here we can just remove and do where. We can do just remove where. So map of string dynamic, and there will be no JSON data and only source, right? If I do hot restart, now all these things are clear. We got message. Why we are getting only message? Because we are calling the toString method. I have told already that these will explicitly give only the, it will explicitly call the dot toString method. Okay, for now just keep it there and restructure or mod restructure our model. After getting the data, after getting the data, we're also getting the another property called results, right? We are getting another property called results. Here declare the final results, right? If they add the required field, this dot results, and add the results property. How we are getting results? Like results dot from JSON. Here JSON, what is the JSON we are getting? We are getting the source of results, right? We can't, it's saying that we can't assign the map of strings to the here. We simply, what we can do is simply remove this thing, control X, control V, and JSON data, control X, control V, remove this thing, and now we had restructured it, and also do changes here also. Control X, JSON data, string, and remove this thing. Okay. Okay, type where. Now if I do, I've got list of dynamic value of map of string I needed, but we got the type of list of dynamic. Where we are getting the list of dynamic? We are getting the list of dynamic. I think here. I think okay. Okay, we are getting the dynamic here, but it's need a type of JSON.map of string, right? We are getting here intelligent not work. We have to use common sense, right? So we are not here. We have to absolutely typecast it as this thing, dynamic price description, like where it is JSON data. I think we are getting error here itself. I think we have to hide the results for now. Are we getting error here? I don't confuse. I'm getting confused. For now, I will declare empty array. Still, we are getting errors. Yeah, we are getting still errors. We are getting okay from JSON results. Where are we using results? Reals. But from JSON, we are getting the source, a string of map. I think we have to recheck the what type of variables we are getting the results, or we have to just print the print. But source. Yeah. For confirmation, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm getting the proper A to Z data. I'm printing here source. Source contains this data. Source contains what type of data? Source contains a object of first. I'm getting the map. First contains a total. First contain total. Next containing results. Total and results, right? Now, now remove this print from here and go to the results tab. Print add print here. Print. Yeah, I'm getting error here right now, right here. In this method, while calling this method, we are getting the errors. We are getting the errors. We are not getting the errors here, but we are getting the errors this. Like because it's an array, right? We're getting array. We have to explicitly typecast as map. I think so. Oh wait. What is the error? Map of dynamic is not a but got a list of dynamic. It is a list of dynamic. We are getting a list of dynamic. As right. I think now we won't get any type of errors. Just print. No, yeah, debugging, debugging. Yeah, now just we know that we are getting objects. We getting objects everywhere. After getting objects, still we getting any error? No, right? We're not getting any errors, but where are we getting a rise exception about string what not and about dynamic? Yeah, I think here I think. Oh. Now what we can do is we can destructure the data as list. We are getting everything as results. No, we are already destructured the results. We are getting every single element, every single value, right? We are not here. It is not a results. It is here. It is a result. So oh, right. Now I got it. Now I got it. Now I got it. Where mistake popular calling was multi తెలిపియం మనం. Here it is not the type of that thing. We are getting here is a list of dynamic, right? We are getting list of dynamic data. Okay, we are getting list of dynamic data. Now we have to map every data. Okay, we have to map every data item. For data dot map, for every item inside map, get the item and do dot to list and item, and for every item result that from JSON item. Okay, item. This item will be type of JSON string and it will destructure it. Now just this text it here directly. Now just refresh and get click and done. We are done. We are done. We are done. Okay, or you can use chat GPT simply. This much speed I will not present. Now we got the entire data. Just now we got the entire data. In order to change the state after getting data, we have to use some method which is present inside the stateful widget, that is called set state. Okay, okay, after getting data successfully, we have to change the state of the current widget, set current component. That is done by using the set state function, set state method, which is present inside the stateful widget. Okay, so that first I am getting the data of type response. I have to convert. Okay, response, I have to set this response. I have to store this response, right? So for that I will take another variable. So search response equals to search response. Initially it is an empty array. Okay, it is an empty array. Sorry, search response is a list of it's a list. Oh, not it is in a list. It is search response is just an empty. Initially it is a type of null because it is empty. So after getting successfully result, I can set state means after JSON converting JSON, I will change the state on which basis. On which basis? Just search response equals to search response. If the search response, I will make it private. Okay, I will make it private. Okay. Now this search response data will be set to the and the search response global. Okay, I will make it a data simply data. I will data. Now this data will set to the search response and this set state will indicate that this particular widget should be re-rendered on the screen because there is some changes occurred in the current state. I mean in current widget tree. Oh, we know that now we know that we have the data inside the search response, so we have to do conditional rendering. Okay, we have to do conditional rendering. In body we do, if not, we can't use directly conditional operators inside the classes of the parameters, so we can use ternary operators. So search response not equal to null. If search response equals to null, then in center is a widget which will place the items which are given as children in the center of the screen. we will put circular progress indicator, which means which will rotate circular progress indicator, which will rotate. And if the such response equal to none, it will and say it will do give this circular progress indicator, else it will give the result, right? If we refresh the data, there is circular progress indicator going on. Why it's going on? Because initially the data is null. We will get only data whenever we click the search bar. If I click here, I get the sum title, right? Right. Oh, we got the data, but the data isn't reflected here. For that, we have to uh, we have to map the data. We have to map the data. Without using single case code view, we can simply use another type of list view called list view builder. Okay, which will take give an item builder, which is the item builder will take in a function in which we have to return widget. What is the widget name? Song tile. Okay, before that, item builder needs the count of items which need to be rendered on screen, because the item builder must know how many items are there and how many items I have to render on the screen. Okay, it is called item count. Then we know that item count will be present inside the result itself. Okay, such response dot data dot results, we can use the total, or we can use simply dot results dot length, uh, is type of null, I think. Dot length results, result dot length, to get the results, right? Count of the results. When then we know that we can access the same results by using index, right? I can pass same results, so results of index dot name, right? I can also pass subtitle as year, right? And for now, image is not, we have created any method for the image, just keep these two things. Now if I do refresh, if I do a refresh and click on search button, I got two, title, right? I am getting title. If I go to here, I don't changed, I haven't accessed these local variables. Okay, for accessing local variables, simply remove that and give it title. Okay, and the another one is subtitle. Okay, but we can't assign the non-const variables to the constant, the constructor, so we have to remove the constant here. We can add const here, and icon is also constant, so we can, so constant will be reserved inside the memory. So whenever there is a need of that particular constant variable, they will be not loaded dynamically, they will be statically loaded in a particular memory space. There will be they will be referred whenever they need it. So okay, so if I do refresh and if I click on search button, I got two new items, right? Yeah, because we do get two items because of the limit of the URL. I have set the limit to the 2. If I set it to 20, I set it to 20. If I do refresh and if I click on search, got 20 items. I got 20 search items. Okay. If I search, if I search query, if I remove this search query, and if I mention Telugu songs, okay, if I mention Telugu songs, and I do refresh once again, I click here, and I got all Telugu songs, which is scrollable list. Okay, we got the scrollable list. We can dynamically increase the limit, and we can do pagination also. Whenever we get the end of the list, we get the new items in the end of the list. Okay, we can do that thing also. So for now, we have implemented two things of fetching this repo, and another functionality is we have to add is search functionality. Another functionality we need to add search functionality. For search functionality, we will do it, keep it simple by whenever we click on this search button, we will give a pop-up to enter the name of the song, and we will update the song here to get the songs. Okay, it will be better, right? Yeah. Now what we will do is simply we'll take the another string called search name. We basically search name will be default Telugu. Okay, by default Telugu. On click search, the flutter will provide thing called another thing called action. Action, I think active call. Oh, action, I think that's or simply we will make it simple. It will be too complicating, right? No, it's not too complicated, but we can do another things like flutter pop up alert dialog, not pop up alert dialog. I will give something like, if you click on, like, you will get that alert dialog. Okay, simply we have to do uh, show dialog method. Okay, we have to call the show dialog method, and we have to give the alert dialog. Okay, alert dialog with, okay, alert alert dialog with input. Yeah, there is some tutorial available there. We can simply copy this, or we can simply use it. So show dialog, we have to show dialog inside alert dialog. We have to use text field thing, right? Simply just go to the here and give the alert dialog. Alert dialog will take the not show first show dialog, not alert dialog. We have to give the show dialog show dialog. The show dialog builder will take the alert dialog. Alert dialog will have the actions, and also it will have the content. Content can be any type of widget. We use text field, which will give the input field to enter the text. Okay, it will take a controller. Okay, or we will just take the on change text. On changed. On change will return a value. On change of value, what we do is we'll simply set state. What is happening here? Oh, set state. Set state. Just set state equal to search name equals to value. So on changing of every value in the input field, we are setting the value to the search field, and also here the initial value. Okay, now if I on click on the search, on click on the search, we have to call this button. Instead of the calling this get data, we will have to call the on click button. On click button, what we'll do, we will get the new pop-up dialog instead of normal things, and now get the pop-up dialog to input the thing, like, right? If I enter Telugu, I get Telugu, right? But we need OK button. to search, start searching, right? We need actions. We will add the elevated button, elevated button, which is by default button provided by the flutter. Okay, in this button, we will call the get data. Okay, get data. Child will be like simple text. We can add icons if we add row search. Okay, if we click anywhere, it will be dismissed. If we click here, now if I refresh and click on this, I will got search button. I can also add the cancel button, right? I can also add the cancel button. Same button have copied, and another one is cancel. And instead of the get data, what we can do is navigator dot pop, which will do is just pop the top added navigation things in the top of the layer, top layer. So if I go to cancel, it will pop out. If I search, and nothing will happen. If we search, it will getting the data from the search data, right? Now instead of this query equals to Telugu songs, right? I can add string interpolation, which will take the variable like search name. Okay, it will interpolate right now. Okay, search name, and okay. So now if I do refresh, nothing is happening, right? Nothing is happening because the get data will function will be called only after this search button is called. So type here like Prabhas, right? Prabhas, and click search. Okay, I have clicked on search. In background, the Prabhas things have been loaded. The Prabhas things have been loaded, but the current pop-up is not gone. In order to make it pop out, we have to do same thing that I do here. We have to do same thing here also. Just navigate the shop. If I do Solar, quick search, I have to refresh that one. If I mention Telugu and click search, it's gone, right? And I got so many list of things. Now I have finished basic music, right? Now what we can do is I can cancel it out, and I can also add in the alert dialog, I can also add the title. Okay, title like text, like enter search term, right? Search term. Okay, I will add this some title to the top, right? We are also getting the data, but we are not getting the icons. If we got the icons, the most of the most of the things are finished, right? Go to the home, like our data model. Then we have to create another model called class image, but we can't use image because image is by default provided in the flutter. Not provided in the flutter. Image model not provided, right? I think it's not present there. I have used it in React Native. uh, and they have the fields. Okay, if I go to the data model of the image, now I can see that I need an image. Image is a list of array of things. Image is a array of things. For that, I have to access the image. Where will the image will be present? The image will be present inside the results. Inside the results, right? Inside the here we need another property called this list of image model images, right? Images, right? And I have to convert it back to the images. as list, right? As list we have to convert the years or the not years, images. Image image is a list, and we have to map, and we got e, and we have to remap the image model. The image model have two properties. One is string link. We need only link. No, we don't need any type of extra things, right? Image models, and make it required, right? We got image. We have to make the factory method, factory image model dot factory uh, from JSON. From JSON will give the type of function will return the dynamic e, but we don't need dynamic, right? We need a directly we need a map, right? But it's also returning by default is returning a map. So if the image model from JSON will have the e, right? Image, and I here the dot to list here a map of string and dynamic and the source. Now we will return only image model, and link will be source. So of image or not image, not link, right? We have created the image model, and we have mapped the image model to the list. Parameter images doesn't match underneath. So images list of image models. We are building models, and the images isn't defined. It's not images, right? Images, right? So sometimes it's like, yeah, okay, it's images, but I haven't declared here. Images. Now image is required for the images. Now it's finished. Now we got the access for the images. For that we have to render image, right? We have to render image. Now leading have radius, and we have to be background image image dot file, right? Image dot, sorry, not file, it's a network image. It will be image, right? Now we can see that image can't be assigned to the background, because this type of image only accepted as children. So for that background images we have to use network image, and image network image take the image property, and a constant required. Constant should be removed. Now we have to render the images. In main.dot we know that we got images also. Images should be replaced here, and this thing, and paste it here, and remove the here, and images of minus of 0 dot link. You give the link of the first image, right? We got music player. We go to search and search. Okay, we got the images, right? We got images. We got the songs, all these things. Yeah, we have finished the basic setup to search the songs. Now we have to play the songs. To play the songs, we can use simply. We have to go to the same way. There is no inbuilt feature to play the songs. We have to play the songs from the packages by using packages only, right? By using packages we have to play the image songs. So we can have the audio, like audio something package called audio incompatible. Just take care of which packages you are picking up, because there are some of the major of the packages are what we say, incompatible. Here is a package called popular one, with a more number of likes, not more number of likes. Yes, the least recently updated. Just to play the song, we can use the this simple code snippet. For that, we have copy this thing and go to the your project and go to the publisher.yaml and place the copied audio package and do get packages. It will take time. Then we'll just go to the package and read the documentation. So we have to use like this, like to play the song, audio player. We have to get instance of the audio player and player to play songs at wave. It simply means audio source, right? I can use audio player. Yeah, okay. I can use that. If you go to here, I have to import my audio player. To import my audio player, whenever the user clicks on song, like there is no need of doing external things here. We what we can do is go to the song type, and go to the go to here and on click like on type we have the another property called on tab. It will give an object. We can paste them here like audio player. Okay, so now intelligence is not recognizing. Then simply click here and audio player, import audio player. Okay, then await it means make it a asynchronous function. It will automatically awaits and remove this url remove this url. We need audio url, right? We need an audio url. So for that audio url we need another property called final string audio audio audio. Now we get the audio, right? Audio directly, but this audio is not present inside. We haven't create a model for that, right? This dot audio, right? Now we need to create a model for that audio first. So it is similar to the image model. First I will simply deduplicate it and make it as image model, sorry, audio model image model. And if you go to whatever the response is, there is an option called quality and link, right? Or quality and link. This is similar to the link, a link, right? And another one is called download URL. It is similar, but what is changed is image, or there is no images, but there is a download URL, and it is a download URL, right? And with the type of and make it is download URL. Scatter. Okay, now it's finished. Now we have also created the model for that. just just we have to pass the data, like we have to pass the URL to that this particular link, right? I can simply just copy paste it. I can remove this thing and instead of images we can use the download URL of 0.link. Now we have created everything successfully and we'll go to the debug console. Okay, not debug console, the terminal and restart application. right? And click search, search. If I click here, I got some errors. Performing restore, missing plugin exception, internal patch error, and handle error. All these errors, like it's an audio is not simply playing. Audio is not playing. Why it's not playing? Like there are some issues while you are playing, trying to play the songs, because you are creating instance, right? You are creating an instance and playing the song, right? For that, you have to do one thing before proceeding for what is it, before playing anything, any song. First, we have to create the audio player, right? But the audio player must be defined in the parent, like it's like it have the so many methods, audio player, topic, seek, pause, all these methods, right? If we go to the example, if we go to the example, if I see here, like there is a method called initiate. They are using the mapping every method, everything. They are doing lot of stuff here. Like they are using actual audio player code. They are using actual audio. They are using actual audio player, right? Building out actual audio player. So what we can do is simply they have created an first of all they have created a list of audio files, and they have matched every file and added them into the listen mode. They added the audio player listen mode, and streams are added. uh, Basically it's a lot of stuff to play a simple song, right? Play audio. There will be another package called just audio. Just audio means just audio. Just it's similar to the audio player. It sets the URL, set the URL, and play the URL. I think there is an exception while set URL source code here, right? What is actually source? The source. What is actually source is source. We'll do one thing. We use just audio right now because it's becoming longer, and my gonto also thing is in so for him. So why would I just you add the new package, remove the old package, and add a new package. Now I will get so many errors because this package is no longer existing, and it's also we have the imported this same package only here, and gesture is not there, right? uh, for now we have to play the song, just playing the song. So there will be error if you create a multiple audio objects. So we have to create only one time an object one time. For that, what we can do is we can simply create an audio object here right now, in the in only one time, not multiple times, only one time, right? We will create another method called play song, which will take the string URL, okay, and it should be an asynchronous function, and it will have the URL, right? There is no need of comments, so okay, and play audio player dot play, and print the duration. Okay, now we can use this method. Whenever we are initializing new player, like audio player, right, is final audio player. So we are initializing here right now. The audio player is initiated here, right? Now what we can do is initiate init init state అని ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. We can just hide all this thing, and Initiate, it is an overridden method. That's why we are not getting any intelligence. So in initiate, call the just initialize this audio player. Just player equals to audio player. This way we can initialize the audio player, but because of this final method, we can use the late functionality. Let means it will be later initialized before using it. Now we can use this play function to play a song. So, but the song which we want to play is present in this style, right? This style లో ఉంది. సో దానికి ఏం చేస్తామంటే మనం in order to pass the functions as arguments, we have to use final void callback on tab, like on tab, right? The function name. Because on tab function we don't have, we have function also. It's also same, and void fallback is also same. Like on tab, what we can do is just on tab, just call it. Okay, you can just directly call it. Make it as an asynchronous function, or no need of asynchronous. And we need a required object call this dot on tab, right? Now, but I have to pass the on tab here also in the while we are creating a list song type. On tab equal to what we have to pass now, play song, right? But play song have will need play song will need an id, like we need a song url, right? We need a url which will be assigned to the play song. But the on tab which we have created didn't have any what we say, we didn't have any arguments, right? We can't declare any type of arguments direct into the on callback function. On tab, for the on tab, what we can do is we have to pass the just what we say where is it, song URL, song audio, audio. Okay, callback function, not we can't use callback function. We can use, now you can use void callback function means we can't pass return anything. Now audio will have the type of audio file. Now we have everything of setup, right? We are restarting that terminal. Click on search and click. We didn't get any type of errors. I think it is not calling right correctly, right? If I click go to play song, the ISO URL must be present there. if I I want to debug it. If I want to debug it, just on clicking, I just want to print everything is working or not, right? I'm not getting anything on clicking of this function. I'm not getting anything, right? For that, what we can do is click change to. I think why we are calling it is it will be like repeating loop. You guys think that it will be like repeating loop, right? Is on tab. No, it is a parameter. It is a function. String here. Now Argument def null function string can't be assigned to the okay. I got it. What is happening here? We don't need to do all this kind of silly stuff right here. Just we can do like simply final while callback function callback on tab. So inside on tab, just pass the on tab, right? Now inside here, just yeah, we're getting the now we are getting everything working. Now just play song. URL equals to just give the this link. Before that, before this, check once whether things are working perfectly or not, right? To refresh, to do some manual stuff. I'm getting the URL here. If I open it here, um, I'm not getting song, right? I'm not getting song, or it's broken. I think you have to copy the entire link and paste it here. Now I will get the song. Okay, I'm getting song. So it's working. Like now, what I have to do is just remove this, just right it, remove and play and click and go to the search. Just yeah. Basically, now we can do is we have think there is an issue with the package missing exception. This was our players on channel. Audio player throwback. I think there's an error with the player itself. The study is missing exception, no implementation found for the dispose all players on the channel. It is a it's a package issue. I think it is not it's web based. I have to search into Google. Search it on Google, right? Uh, in my opinion, I have it is causing a dispose issue. Like whenever we are creating any kind of stream business or stream or type of things, we as initiate there will be methods called dispose also. Initiate is nothing but the whenever a widget called for first time, the initiate functionality will evaluated. Also there will be another one called dispose, which will be called whenever there is an want to remove anything from memory or do some cleanup stuffs. We do this dot dispose, right? So we can do refresh, restart, or simply or just we will pause the and restart the flutter and this too. My internet is gone. What the so okay. No need. No, we don't need any internet. I will use my mobile internet. Okay, no need of internet, right? Okay. So okay, I got it. I think it's a network issue. We are getting a network issue that it's not reaching the required path, required URL. So now what we can do is just we got the everything back. We can search. If we click here, the song is restarted.
like here we have like everybody is explained about the music player application for some Prasanta. Orange. This songs subject is characters అయితే yeah, this song is better. This is application. We have finished the application. We can improve it further more. Okay. Thank you. This long tutorial.